vector form. Coulomb's law in vector form. Case 1. When two charges are similar of nature, that is Q1 is positive and Q2 is positive, the force between them is repulsive. Let a charge Q1 is placed at the point A and another charge Q2 is placed at the point B. If line joining between two charges, we have the distance R12 is the displacement from charge Q1 to Q2, and if line joining between Q2 to Q1, the displacement is R21. The force between them is repulsive. Force acting on charge Q1 due to Q2 is equal to F12, and the force acting on charge Q2 due to Q1 is F21. F12 is the force acting on charge Q1 due to Q2. F21 is the force acting on charge Q2 due to Q1. R12 is the displacement from charge Q1 to Q2. R21 is the displacement from charge Q2 to Q1. R12 cap is the unit vector of direction R12 vector. R21 cap is the unit vector of displacement R21 vector. F12 means force acting on charge Q1 due to Q2. F21 means force acting on charge Q2 due to Q1. The direction is here repulsive because the two charges are similar of nature. R12 means the line joining from the distance Q1 to Q2. R21 means the line joining from the charge Q2 to Q1. So now, according to Coulomb's law, you can see that force F12 and displacement when force acting on charge Q1 due to Q2 and line joining from Q2 to Q1. So F12 and R21 are same direction. Force F12 and the displacement R21 are same direction. According to Coulomb's law, F12 equal to beta q1 q2 by r square into r21 cap. You know that r12 mod is same as r21 mod because a to b same as the distance from b to a, which is equal to r. From the vector we know that r21 cap means r21 vector by r21 mod. Substituting the value, f12 becomes q1 q2 beta q1 q2 by rq r21 vector. This is equation 1. Similarly, the force acting on charge q2 due to q1, the displacement from q1 to q2. Similarly, f21 is equal to beta q1 q2 by rq into r12 vector. But we know that r12 vector is negative of r21. This is the equation 2. From equation 2 we get f21 is equal to beta q1 q2. This is the magnitude factor, is same rq. Instead of r12 we take the negative of r21 displacement, and the equation becomes a beta q1 q2 by rq into r21 vector. This is the f21. From equation 1 you see that f12 equal to beta q1 q2 by rq into r21 vector, means we can write negative of r21. f21 is the negative of f12, means the force acting on charge q1 due to q2 same magnitude, opposite in direction. This is the vector form when two charges are similar of nature. Now case 2. When two charges are dissimilar of nature. When two charges Coulomb's law, f12 is equal to beta q1 q2 by r square into r12 cap. We know r12 cap means r12 vector by r12 mod. Substituting the value here, q1 q2 by rq into vector 1 2. This is equation 1. Similarly, f21 is equal to beta q1 q2 by rq r21 vector, but r12 displacement is negative of r21. r12 is the negative of r21. This is equation 2. From equation 1 we get f12 is equal to beta q1 q2 by rq. Here substituting the value of r12 minus of r21, then minus beta q1 q2 by rq r21 vector. You see that in the equation 2, f21 is equal to here beta q1 q2 r21 vector rq. Now substituting or putting the value of beta q1 q2 r square by r21 vector r21 vector f21. Now f12 is equal to negative of f21. This is the vector form when two charges are dissimilar of nature. Case third, Coulomb's law in terms of position vector. Coulomb's law in terms of position vector. You know what is position vector? Position vector means a vector joining from arbitrary origin to the point and directed towards the point. So, we take the three-dimensional coordinate axis. This is the origin, arbitrary origin, x, y and z. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. A is the point. A charge q1 is placed at the point A, and B is the another point, that is charge q2 is placed. A line joining from origin to the charge q1, the position vector is r1, and B, that is position vector is r2. Two charges q1 and q2 are placed at the point A. r1 and r2 are the position vector with respect to arbitrary origin O. Now the force acting on the charge q1 due to q2. Force acting on the charge q1 due to q2. If a line joining between q2 to q1, we know that r21. In the triangle law of vector addition, r21 can be written, these the two sides of the triangle are same order, this is the opposite order. r21 may be r1 vector minus r2 vector. r21 is equal to r1 vector minus r2 vector. Now force acting on the charge q1 due to q2, f12. We know f12 and r21 are same direction. Therefore, according to Coulomb's law, F12 is equal to beta q1 q2 by r square means r21 ର cube into r21 vector. Instead of r21 we can write r1 minus r2. So beta q1 q2 r1 vector minus r2 vector cube mod cube r1 minus r2 cube r1 vector minus r2 vector. This is the f12. Similarly, this is equation 1. X, Y and Z. A is the point where the charge is Q1, B is the another point and charge is Q2, R1 and R2 are the position vector with respect to arbitrary origin. Now force acting on the charge Q2 due to Q1. Line joining between Q1 to Q2 and the displacement is here R12. Force acting on them equal to F21. According to triangle law vector addition, R12 we can write R2 minus R1 because two sides of triangle OA and AB are same order. OB is the opposite order. So therefore R12 is equal to R2 minus R1. Similarly, F21 is equal to beta Q1 Q2 by R2 minus R1 Q into R2 vector minus R1 vector. This is the equation 2. But we know that R12 is the negative of R21, means R12 is here R2 vector minus R1 vector is equal to minus of R1 vector minus R2 vector. From the equation 1 or 2 we put the value. From equation 2 we get F21 is equal to beta Q1 Q2 by R2 minus R1. R2 minus R1 is here R1 minus R2 mod Q, and here R2 minus R1 vector is equal to negative of R1 minus R2 vector. Then minus of beta Q1 Q2 R1 vector minus R2 vector Q into R1 vector minus R2 vector. This is the F12. Now F21 is equal to negative of F12. These are the vector form of Coulomb's law of electrostatic. Important features of Coulomb force. Important features of Coulomb force. It is a central force, means Coulomb force is a central force. It is a central force. It acts along the line joining between two charges. It acts line joining between two charges. The force depends upon the distance, and the distance will obtained by line joining between two charges. So therefore it is called the central force. Second, it is conservative in nature. Third, Coulomb force is between two charges is not affected by presence of any charge body in between them. Coulomb force between two charges is not affected by presence of any charge in between them. Coulomb force is mutual interaction because force acting on charge Q1 due to Q2 is same as the Q2 due to Q1. It is mutual interaction. Between two charges. Fifth, it depends upon nature of medium. 6. The direction of a force depends upon relative orientation. Between two charges. Force is attractive for unlike charges and repulsive for like charges. It has some limitation. Coulomb force has some limitation. Limitation first. It is strictly applicable in case of point charge. Means it holds good in case of point charge. Point charge, it holds good for point charge. Point charge means its dimension is very small as compared to the distance. So this is the point charge. It is experimental law, means it holds good only for the point charge, and also it holds good up to the distance greater than nuclear distance 10 to the power minus 13 centimeter or 10 to the power minus 15 meter. These are the limitation of Coulomb's law.